Tell me what's going on, my friend. Let me start by getting the engine size. Is this a 2.5 or a 3 liter?
3.0.
All right, and what's going on with it?
So I was driving and the car kept cutting off on me. But if I'm driving, if I'll cut it off and cut it back on, the car will start back up, right? So I drove it to my uncle. When I got to my uncle's house, I let it sit for a little minute. When I tried to start it up, it wouldn't start back up. So he thought that I needed a fuel pump. So I got the fuel pump, changed the fuel pump, but the car's still not starting. It's just clicking.
Oh, so it just clicks when you try to start it?
Yeah.
So it clicks multiple times when you try to start, is that right?
Yeah, it's going tut, and then...
Have you checked the battery?
He charged the battery for me overnight. It still did the same thing.
So if the battery's bad, it won't take a charge because it's bad. So if you have a bad cell on the inside of the battery, you need to replace that battery. Charging it won't do any good. Now, I suppose you might even be able to get it charged, but when you go to start the engine, what happens is the voltage of the battery, the surface charge is about 12.6 volts. When you go to start it, you put a load on that battery, it'll drop down to about 6 volts. That's a bad battery.
So tell me this. If I was to go get a battery, right, and I put the battery in, but, no. Let's rewind. I'm sorry. I'm moving too fast. The battery, she's saying that she just got this battery.
Okay, so...
But the battery does die fast because of, I think it's a fan problem as well. So she has to unplug the fan or it'll drain the battery out. What I'm saying is now, all of the lights are coming on. The car just won't start.
Gotcha. Yep. It can still be a bad battery. And not only that, if there's something draining the battery, well, that could cause a good new battery to go bad prematurely. So somebody needs to load test that battery. That's the only way to know for sure if it's new or if it's, I could say this, she could say that, whatever the case may be. At the end of the day, the proof is in the pudding. We need to load test that battery with a battery load tester. So once we've confirmed that it's not the battery, then we can move on to some other things. So let me give you that answer. Let's just pretend, let's say we get off the phone, you go check the battery and you get it load tested and it's good. So you're going to call me back and you're going to say, well, I just did all that. What else could this be, right? So here's the answer. You could have a bad ignition switch. You could have a bad connection. You could have a bad starter. You could have a bad fuse box. All of that stuff is possible, but I wouldn't go that direction until we've confirmed that the battery is good. So you're welcome to have the battery load tested, and whatever the results are, you're welcome to reply back to me online in the chat. And if you still need further assistance, I'm happy to help.
So basically you're saying go get my battery and take it to see if it's a bad battery.
100%. And if it's new, they should replace it under warranty for no charge.
So do you think that the battery was a problem from the jump?
Do I think the battery was the problem from what?
From jump?
That's a possibility.
So I never needed a new fuel pump.
Well, if the engine was cranking nice and strong and not starting, the fuel pump could, it's actually really common on this vehicle, the fuel pump could go bad, could have been bad, causing a crank no start condition, but the battery would cause a no crank, no start. The engine is not cranking, it's not going raw, that's cranking. A lot of people get that confused, right? If it's cranking strong, well then the battery and the starter are good because you got plenty of current and voltage rotating the engine. That takes a lot of amperage from a lot of power from the battery. And if that was happening and it wasn't starting, then the fuel pump itself could have been bad. And again, it's very common on this vehicle.
And do you know if spark plugs or anything like that could be a problem as well?
Well, it could, absolutely. I guess let me back up. For the no crank condition or the crank no start condition? Now, generally speaking, all the spark plugs aren't going to go bad at once, right? You got 6 of them. This is a 6-cylinder engine. So all of the spark plugs are not going to go bad at once, causing a no start condition. Now, the engine could be flooded, and that would affect all the cylinders, which may cause a hard start condition. But the fuel pump would actually be more common to go bad than the engine flooding on this vehicle.
So what are your top main 3 things? Check the battery, and then if it's not the battery...
And then I would check the starter, I would check the cables and connections, and check the fuses if it's just clicking when you start. Oh, and by the way, I think the ignition switch is pretty common to go bad. But usually that doesn't cause a clicking. It may click one time when you try to start it, but it wouldn't be a consistent click when you try to start it. That's low voltage. That's most likely it's a battery issue.
So all my lights will still come on?
100%. Yep.
Okay. Well, I'm going to do that, and then I'll reach back out to you if that's not the problem.
That sounds good.
Thank you.
You bet. You're welcome.